Okay, good afternoon. Today is Thursday, May the 30th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have a couple of writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. We do not have a court reporter. If you're requesting a court reporter, case will be reset for a later date. Not hearing any objection, we will proceed. The first case I'm going to call is C2426-24-H, State of Texas versus Juarez. Go ahead and stand up, Mr. Juarez. You speak English, correct, sir? When you answer, please answer loudly, please. Mr. Carlos Garza, this is your motion, sir. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Carlos Garza for Mr. Juarez. I had a chance to visit with Mr. Juarez on a jail call on the 24th. He's being held on a $50,000 bond, and if the DA could correct me on that, I'm not sure. That's just what he told me. And he's being charged with assault on a impeding breath circulation. Mr. Juarez informed me that the alleged victim is his brother, so it was a family dispute. I did send an email to try to negotiate something with Ana Liz Vargas yesterday. Did not get a reply. I think his only other arrest is DWI, Judge. So I would ask that, and he's a U.S. citizen. I would ask that he be allowed out with or he be granted a $5,000 cash assurity.
It looks like I don't think it was his brother. His brother may have been involved, but I think the victim was a female from what I read in the complaint. What says the state? Mr. B, are you here with?
Yes, Your Honor. Charles Blau for the state. Your Honor, we have not yet spoken to the victim in this case. And so at this time, we are not recommending a reduction.
Was there a protective order issued? I didn't see one.
Your Honor, I asked the court to take a look at this man's record. Told me he only has a DWI in his past. Certainly a bond condition that he stay away from the alleged victim would serve any purpose that the DA is concerned with.
Give me a second. It looks like he's got a prior assault from 2018 and a DWI from last year. Let me just check to see if there's a couple of possession charges out of this recent arrest.
Well, he was he's been informed that assault had been expunged. I guess it hasn't.
Okay. I don't see that a protective order was issued. Regardless, if you do make bond, Mr. Juarez, I'm going to order that you have no contact with the alleged victim. And based on what I read in the report, the victim is a female by the name of Maria Concepcion Torres. You know who that is, sir? Okay. Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Speak louder. Is that the best you can do, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Give me your name. You gotta speak louder, sir. We'll send you back for a couple of days so you can rest and then come back when you can speak louder, okay? How old are you, sir?
26.
You have a job?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Where do you live?
In the same apartment that the assault happened.
Is your name on that lease?
No, sir.
Okay. Name's not on that lease. I don't want you going back there because I don't want you having contact with this victim. Do you have family here in Hidalgo County?
Yes, sir.
Who lives here in Hidalgo County?
My mom.
Where does she live? What city?
In Edinburgh.
Know her address?
Yes, sir.
What's her address?
1108 West Fayette.
Is that a house or an apartment?
A house.
In school?
Oh, sir.
How do you support yourself?
I was working
Where were you working at?
at Walgreens.
Just right before you got arrested? Where were you born?
Edinburgh.
Sir, again, I'm going to order no contact with the victim until this case is resolved. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
No phone calls, no text messages, no social media connections, nothing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Don't go near that address. 3113 Carson Street in Edinburgh, apartment D. Do you understand that? Don't drive by there. Don't go knocking on the door. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
No drugs, no alcohol. Random UAs through probation. They're going to bring you in to get tested. If you come back positive for drugs or alcohol, you're going to end up back in jail. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Only the assault before the court, correct? I think the complaint has been filed on the other two charges. Yeah. Bond will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He's got 2 misdemeanors. The complaints have been filed, Mr. Garza. It looks like they landed in court 7, so you'll need to, it's got a $10,000 and a $5,000 bond on each one of those, so you'll need to get with court 7 on
All
that.
right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a seat. You make bond, sir. You just need to stay in touch with your attorney. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next case we're going to call is C 2445-24-L, State of Texas versus Luis Oliva. Go ahead and stand up, Mr. Oliva. You speak English, correct? Vance, this is your motion, sir. You may proceed.
Yes, Judge. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Judge, the defendant in this case has been charged with aggravated robbery. His bond right now is set at 80,000 cash or surety. He also has a companion case out of the same transaction, which is a deadly conduct misdemeanor, where that bond is 10,000 cash or surety. But I've spoken with him. We had a jail call yesterday with regard to the aggravated robbery, and I'm looking at the misdemeanor discovery right now. Judge, from what I can tell, he was in a vehicle in which it looks like a Mr. Jose Alvarado, who would be the co-defendant, went to his ex-girlfriend's house, which was Beatriz Islas. And basically fired a 9mm 12 times into her vehicle while she was inside. Now, from what I see, she came out and she saw my client sitting in the front passenger seat of the vehicle of their vehicle holding a shotgun in his hands, which he denies. Now, that being said, I have not seen anything, but as far as a complaint is concerned about the aggravated robbery. And so, given that, I've spoken with him. He has no prior felonies. He has only had a theft, which I believe was dismissed in a public intoxication. He has a place to live. He's employed. He works in sprinkler systems. He's not in a gang. I don't see him being a flight risk. And that's as far as I know, unless the district attorney knows otherwise.
Mr. Gonzalez, the complaint I'm looking at, the accusation is an incident that took place on June 29th of last year at a Stripes on 107 in Alamo Road, where Mr. Oliva and another individual walked in, and I believe the other individual displayed a handgun. That's where the aggravated robbery charge comes in.
My apologies, Your Honor. I thought these were out of the same transaction, but I guess that they're not. Maybe the same day.
Yeah.
Is that same individual, Judge? And I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is that same individual going to be Mr. Jose Angel Alvarado?
Yep. And I'm not. Yes, it is. But your client, based on what I saw in Odyssey, your client has an immigration hold also.
Oh, that I did not realize that he has a hold. Okay.
It was placed on there, looks like last month sometime, middle of April. Sir, raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? State your name. Sir, where were you born? Yes. Do you have status to be here though? Were you?
Yeah, I got this.
No, when I meant, were you ever naturalized? Are you a U.S. citizen?
No,
No.
I have the.
He's got an ice hold, Mr. Gonzalez.
Okay, that being said, then I didn't realize that he had an ICE hold. He kind of indicated to me that he thought that he did have status. So I guess then I'll non-suit this writ. I didn't realize that.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, I'm sorry, Mr. Oliva, if you were to make bond, because you have an ICE hold, you would not be released here. You would be released to immigration, and they would detain you and probably deport you back to Mexico. And that would leave this case here pending. Based on that and the fact that the facts of the case, but your attorney indicated that he's going to non-suit this case. So what that means is he's going to not proceed with the bond reduction at this time. Understand?
Correct.
Anything else, Mr. Gonzalez?
No, sir, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you had a hold. My apologies.
No problem. Thank you for being here. Have a good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Having no further business, may I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next case we're going to call is C 2436-24-A, State of Texas versus Brandy Valdez. Go ahead and stand up, Brandy. You speak English, correct? Valdez is present. Are you there? There you are. Your client is present. She is English speaking. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. This is Brandy Valdez. She is charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2, more than 1 gram, less than 4 grams, a third-degree felony, Judge. I can tell you that she is a U.S. citizen. She was born in McAllen, Texas. She does not have any priors. This is the first time that she ever gets into trouble. This young lady had gone out of state to college and had the necessity of coming back and had plans to go on to Texas A&M Kingsville. She wants to be a vet tech working, animal science, working with animals. And she has great plans for the future. She just had been waiting for the process, I guess, the transferring from out of state, to over here. And she got into this trouble getting this possession of a controlled substance. She was working in a warehouse facility at the time that this incident occurred. She was her source of income. Her family has tried to get her out, but they cannot, Judge. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider giving her, reducing the bond to $2,000 and making it a PR bond. She tells me she knows that and understands that she's going to have to come to court. She's going to have to respond to these charges. I look forward to working this out in a manner that will allow her to continue working towards becoming a vet tech and fulfilling those dreams that she has. She graduated her top of her class when she was in high school, and so she has a lot of potential, Judge, to become more educated, getting a higher degree, a college degree. And so I'm respectfully asking for that $2,000 PR bond.
What's the state's position?
Your Honor, the state has no objection to a PR bond.
Thank you.
Randy, where do you live? What city do you live in?
Currently Edinburgh.
You have family here in Hidalgo County?
Yes, I'm only in Ghana. My parents are in Ghana.
Parents live here locally? Okay. Are you in an apartment in Edinburgh or are you in a house?
House apartment, but I'm gonna move back with my parents.
Yeah, you have her contact information, Nadita?
Yes, Judge, I do.
Give me do you know your parents' address?
Yes.
What is it?
2020 Calamity Drive.
2020, what's the name of the street?
Calamity
Calamity?
Drive, Texas. 75%.
You make bond, stay in contact with your attorney. You understand? Well, you're gonna get a PR bond, so you're just gonna sign, but you need to stay in contact with your attorney. Allow you to go back to school if you need to leave the county, but stay in contact with her, because if you don't show up for your court date, they're gonna issue a warrant for your arrest, and they're gonna bring you back in here. You understand that? No drugs, no alcohol. Stay away from those vape pens. Bond will be reduced to $2,000 cash, PR.
Thank you, Judge.
$2,000 PR. No drugs, no alcohol. So I'm not gonna order any testing for the drugs, you understand? All right, anything else?
Nothing else, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, man. Mr. How do you pronounce your last name, Charles?
Blau, Judge.
Now?
Blau, yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Have a good afternoon. Thanks for your help.
All right, thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.